Hello friends, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of feathers, and get this, one feather just sold for a crazy amount of money. We're talking more than you could spend on a fancy dinner. So, buckle up as we explore the story of the world's most expensive feather. The Huia bird, a beauty lost. Our story starts with a special bird called the Huia. These were cool creatures, living only in New Zealand. They were part of the wattlebird family, known for their amazing jumps and stunning feathers. But the most interesting thing about the Huia was the difference between the males and females. The males had all black feathers, while the females had black feathers with a white tip on their tails. Pretty cool, right? Sadly, the Huia is no longer with us. They became extinct in the early 1900s due to habitat loss and introduced predators. This makes any remaining piece of a Huia, especially a feather, very rare and valuable. The feather that broke records. Until May 2024 sale, the previous record sale was another Huia feather that sold in 2010 for $8,400. In May 2024, an auction house in New Zealand called Webb had a very special Huia feather again for auction. This one was in amazing condition, with a beautiful sheen and no damage. Experts thought it might fetch around $3,000, which is already a lot for a feather. But guess what? When the bidding started, things got crazy. Collectors from all over the world wanted this piece of history. The price just kept going up and up, until finally, the hammer came down at a whopping $46,521.50 New Zealand dollars. That's about $28,400 in US dollars. Why so expensive? So, why did this feather sell for so much? Well, a few reasons. First, it's incredibly rare. Remember, the Huia is extinct, so there aren't many feathers around. Second, the feather was in fantastic condition. Third, and maybe most importantly, the Huia held a special place in Maori culture, the indigenous people of New Zealand. Their feathers were considered sacred and were often used in ceremonial headdresses worn by chiefs and their families. Owning a Huia feather is like owning a piece of history, a reminder of a beautiful bird and a unique culture. More than just a feather. This story isn't just about a fancy feather. It highlights the importance of conservation. The Huia is a sad reminder of what can happen when we don't protect our environment and wildlife. But feathers can also be a symbol of beauty and diversity. From the colorful plumage of parrots to the strong wings of eagles, feathers come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. They help birds fly, stay warm, and attract mates. Legal protection. This Huia feather was extra special because it was registered as a tauna tuturu. That's a Maori word that means treasure. In New Zealand, there's a special system to protect these tauna tuturu, which can be things Maori people made or things that are important to their culture. Because this feather was a tauna tuturu, only people with a special license were allowed to buy it. This license is like a permit that says you understand how to care for these treasures. And there's another cool thing, this feather can't just leave New Zealand. If someone bought it, they'd need permission from the Ministry of Culture and Heritage, which is like a government office that looks after special things in New Zealand. So, this feather will always stay safe and protected in its home country. The auction house didn't share many details about the seller and the buyer. Even though only about 30 people were physically there for the auction, many more participated online or over the phone. Leah Morris, from the auction house, said everyone was super tense watching the price climb higher and higher. It was like everyone was holding their breath. Apparently, it's not very common for people to clap at auctions, but when the Huia feather finally sold, there was a big round of applause. It was clearly a very exciting moment. So, the next time you see a feather, take a closer look. You might be surprised by the stories it holds. Who knows, maybe you'll even find a rare feather of your own. But remember, feathers are often protected by law, so never collect them from wild birds. Thanks for joining me on this feathery adventure. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more awesome content. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite bird is, and why.